So what's the most amount of money you've made from one single video?
I did a video teaching coin tricks.
Okay.
And it made like dollars from ads.
Teach me the coin trick.
Yeah, you'll put it on YouTube and make all the money this out.
I will.
Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Oscar Owen here, and today we're going to be answering some uncomfortable questions about my journey being a YouTuber. So we're here with Nicole.
Hi, I'm Nicole, and Oscar Owen.
That's me.
Yeah, that's
me.
Is a magician, and I love it. And I'm here for the magic tricks, but unfortunately today, we're talking more strategy.
Yeah.
And I am gonna ask the questions that I really want to know, that I think people are too scared or we're too British to ask.
Exactly. So yeah, let's get into it.
Why did you become a YouTuber?
I think it was like 13 or 14 or something, and I think it was David Blaine on TV. And I remember him performing a magic trick to like a random group of strangers. And there was this moment where, with nothing more than 52 bits of paper, 52 cards, he was able to put like a look of wonder and astonishment on someone's face. And I remember seeing that when I was like 13, 14, and just going like, damn, I want to know how to do that. So I then went to try and learn magic. And I spent like hours like trying to learn these different tricks and all these different things. But the problem was, this was YouTube in 2016. And I was really frustrated by like how bad magic trick tutorials were on YouTube back then. The quality of videos back then, it was like literally filmed on people's webcams. It was just pretty bad. So that kind of frustration turned to inspiration when I was like, well, why don't I just do this myself? So that's what I did. I then basically decided to start creating YouTube videos myself, teaching magic tricks. And then fast forward to today, the channel's got, 10 years later, it's got 1.5 million subscribers, does around 250,000 views every 48 hours. And yeah, super grateful for the journey, and it's pretty magical in itself.
Okay, so if you were to talk to your younger self now, what advice would you give yourself for creating a YouTube channel exactly the same as you did back then with your magic, but for today?
What I would say to myself is set input goals, not output goals. So don't focus on how many subscribers you want to get by the end of the year. Don't focus on how many views you're trying to get on the videos, because you literally cannot control that. Instead, if you focus on the input, which is you will commit to making one video per week for 52 weeks, and you improve one thing at a time, you will commit every Saturday morning to wake up and make that video. When you commit to the input, the output will come. And I think James Clear's got a really good quote, which I love, which is, you don't rise to the level of your goals, you fall to the level of your systems. So this is the other thing I'd probably tell myself, which is everyone on YouTube is the same goal. Everybody on YouTube has the goal of 1 million subscribers or to make all this money. But setting that goal is not what's going to get you there. It's the system behind the goal that's going to get you there. And a system without a goal is nothing more. Sorry, a goal without a system is nothing more than a dream. So I would also have a system in place for thumbnails, have a system in place for titles, have a system in place for scripting out my videos. And when you have a system in place for this stuff, and you commit to the input goals of like one video per week, 52 weeks, improving one thing at a time, that's when you actually get to the output.
Yeah, so you start and you get a little bit better, a little bit better, a little bit better, because obviously it's not just you today that does everything yourself. You must have a team that supports you and helps you.
Yeah, so now I do. But obviously when you start out, you won't have that luxury. So that's why, I mean, one of the things people ask me a lot is like, oh, what's the hardest part of YouTube? And I say, well, it was actually getting started. Yeah. Because it was harder for me to go from 1 to 10,000 subscribers than it was from 10,000 to 100,000. And the easiest part was 100,000 to 1 million. Because you've got momentum. You've already got an audience. You've already got a team.
Momentum, an audience, a team, people to help you, advice, people to bounce off of, ideas. So I guess, yeah, if I'm starting out, I shouldn't be comparing myself to your success. I should be comparing myself to how you did it in the beginning. I mean, you're great in front of the camera. You can talk. A lot of people can't do that.
Yeah, it's a skill. So for me, I had to make 300 videos, and then I was like, oh, I can actually now speak in front of the camera. But that's how long it took. If you literally go back to my first videos, I genuinely looked like I wanted to possess your soul. Like I was like literally there. I was like, the magician puts his hand, I don't know where he puts his hand. The magician makes the pen disappear, whatever. But I literally would speak the most monotone voice. I wouldn't blink, and I'd look deadpan in the camera just like this. And I go back to that now. I literally just can't look at those videos.
Do you know why it went so viral? It's probably
it's probably because of me. This is the problem though. But this is a skill you got to learn. But no one teaches. This is the other thing. No one teaches you.
This is exactly. There are skill sets that you don't have going into it that you have to master to become good, right?
But you don't know. Because I would then be like, oh, that was a great video. Because I did this. I'd watch myself. Like, oh, that's great. I'd like show my dad, and he'd be like, no, I wouldn't put that online. I'd stick to the day job because it just, yeah. And now I look back and I'm like, oh my God, I cannot believe I put that online, let alone thought it was good.
What do your parents say today?
about my YouTube stuff.
Yeah.
Well, now they've got a second son again, because initially they were a little bit like,
They put you in the corner.
yeah, they spent all this money on my education, sent me to good schools, went to good university, and I was like, Mum, Dad,
I'm a YouTuber.
I wanna do YouTube, and not only that, I want to do YouTube and
Magic.
teach magic tricks. So they were a little bit.
They must be eating their words.
No, now they like it. But honestly, I didn't know what I didn't know. So when I was saying this to them, I was like blindly ignorant to the fact that it was as hard as I was saying.
What things would you say for someone starting a YouTube channel are the key things that they really should know the basics about?
So the most important thing is you just create videos that provide real value to real people. That's literally it. That's all you need to do. Now, you've basically got to be in a position where you can teach someone something. That doesn't mean you've got to be the best in the world at it. I am not the best magician in the world. There's people who are far, far better than me at magic, right? But let's just say on a scale of 1 to 10, I'm a 6 in magic. Well, that's fine because I'm ahead of everyone who's a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yeah.
So I can teach magic on YouTube and still provide actual value to these people, so they will listen to me. So if you're an individual who's, let's say, wants to, I don't know, they're really good at knitting. You don't have to be the best knitter in the world if there was such a thing, but you have to be good enough to actually teach a specific group of people. And if you can do that, then you can actually provide value. And you laugh.
No, I'm not.
I know somebody does 40,000 a month, and they literally teach magic. They literally teach knitting online.
Yes, because it's a niche.
Yeah,
it's
literally.
a niche. But so let's say a woman's $60. She's 60 years old. Maybe she doesn't have the technical skills behind, but she knows she has a talent. She can do YouTube.
Yeah.
You know, she knows. Who does she go to help her? Initially, that's someone like you. She would watch your videos and learn the setups and what
there's not one way. There's not like
or...
one way to learn it. But of course, the thing with YouTube, right? There's so much free information out there, but the implementation of that information is the hard part. So you can go on ChatGPT and you can look up how to grow on YouTube, and it will give you a pretty good understanding. In the same way, you can go on ChatGPT and look up a new gym routine, and it'll probably give you something that's pretty good. But if that's the case, then why do personal trainers still exist? Well, it's because we've got so much information today, but to implement that information, that's what people actually pay for.
It's also overwhelming.
Yeah, we've got so much information. I think we're starving for wisdom. So that's with like YouTube. That's obviously one of the reasons I teach it. I'm very open with people, and the same with magic as well. 95% of everything I teach you can find for free online. Like genuinely 90, it's all out there online. It's just, do you want to go through hundreds of magic books, watch hundreds of videos, or to find it, or do you just want someone who's done it for 10 years to be like, do this, learn this, and people pay for that speed. So that's really where the business in any online business is found. It's not just like you've got to be the best in the world at this thing and then people listen to you. It's just, can you provide real value for real people? Yes. Is there a certain group of people you can actually help and you're further ahead of them? Yes. And then if you can convey that in a really easy to follow way on YouTube itself, that's a business. And then that's actually how the whole game works.
How do you make money on YouTube?
To make money on YouTube, you basically got to not rely on AdSense, not rely on brand deals, which is what everyone thinks. Instead, what you've got to do, yeah, exactly. You've got to have a product or service. Yeah. So the knitting, if we go back to that example, she might be getting, 2,000 to 3,000 views per video, but she's got a product that she sells on the back end that might be, let's say, $50, $100, $1,000, whatever it is. And because of that, even with 1,000 views per video from her brand deals and AdSense, she'll be getting, less than 100 quid a month. But one sale might bring her in $1,000. So she could maybe get 5,000 views, 5 sales, and she's actually made 5K that month. But what's interesting is these channels, they get millions of views. You go, oh, but they must be making millions of dollars. But it's not true, because the more views you get, the more broad the audience, more children, more people who aren't your ICP, the people trying to target, right? So the broader you go, the less targeted your audience, meaning less of those people are actually going to buy your products and services. So my magic channel with 1.5 million subscribers gets millions of views, but it makes less money than my strategy channel that has 25,000 subscribers.
And that's because you do with the strategy channel, the courses and the one-to-ones and the coaching.
Yes, the strategy channel I can charge more because there's a way more niche audience who are willing to buy from me. And also the thing I teach is more valuable, right? So you can charge, $500 max for some magic tricks, but for YouTube strategy, you can charge like 10 grand plus, because for the right person, it's worth it to them because they want to build out their own personal brand of business. So it really depends. Like, to make money on YouTube is not just about getting views. It's all about the viewer and not the number of views.
Okay. So how much have you made from YouTube?
In total?
I guess from the age of 16 to today, do you know?
Yeah. So from ads, it's $300,000, which sounds like a lot. But if you think that's over 10 years, and I've got over 350 million views. So actually in the bigger picture, it's not actually that much money in comparison to like the number of views that I've got, which is why I say don't rely on adverts to build a business. And also if I have a month where I get way less views for whatever reason, my AdSense money goes down. Okay. So when people go, oh, let's rely on adverts, it's not a very good thing. In terms of like actual core sales and just all the back end stuff, it's over $2 million now, but I don't know the actual figure. But again, I've been selling courses since like 2020 and coaching and stage. And if you include all like book sales and stuff, it probably adds up to, around $2 million or so, but I don't know the exact figure.
You're relying on YouTube to sell your services, which is a great thing. And that's how you're putting it out there, but it's everything behind that. So that's where you're bringing in the money.
100%. So YouTube builds your audience, but it doesn't necessarily build your business. Your business is built on the back end with the courses and the services that you're selling. You could have an amazing YouTube channel, but no back end and make no money. Or you could have the best service in the world, but if you've got a really bad YouTube channel, then no one knows about it. So it's this weird balance where you've got to figure out both. And if we circle back to what we were talking about earlier, this is why YouTube as a business is so hard, because when you become a YouTuber and you actually want to treat it like a business, it's not just about learning all the skills to do with YouTube. You've then got to learn how to become an entrepreneur, which is a different skill in itself.
So what's the most amount of money you've made from one single video?
From one video?
One video.
I think I did a video teaching coin tricks. Okay. And it made like $25,000 from ads.
This is what I'm going to do. Doing this later. Teach me the coin trick.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, you'll put it on YouTube and make all the money this out. Yeah.
I will.
No, so that video made like $25,000 from ads. There's like a screenshot, but yeah, I'll put it on screen. But the crazy part is that video, it still gets like 100,000 views a month. Those videos all promote my course. The point is I'm getting 100,000 views a month from these videos that literally promote my business. And I'm not paying for ads. In fact, there's a negative cost of customer acquisition because these videos are like paying me. Like YouTube is paying me to put this on their platform. They pay me like, 25,000, whatever, how many $1,000. But then I'm also getting leads for my business and I'm making money through that essentially.
So you have the passive income as well.
Yeah, that's the craziest part. So that's why YouTube is better than TikTok, YouTube is better than Instagram, YouTube is better than LinkedIn, because it's the only platform that will show your videos, if they're good videos, today, tomorrow, and 5 years from now. The half-life of a post on Instagram is like, 2 days. On LinkedIn, it might be a few days. On Twitter, it's like 7 seconds. It's like half a minute and then it's gone. YouTube, it's literally evergreen. So if you can create YouTube content that's search-based evergreen content, that's actually valuable. It's got to be really good content, of course. Then you can literally create these, what I call digital assets that will just keep funding your business forever, essentially.